PBnZ Sports Chaos. We're coming back at you live again this week with our weekly PBnZ Sports Sandwich. All right, as usual, we'll give you our 2-minute drill. This week we got a little baseball playoff update, college football, and then NFL. We got our Survivor Fantasy, our Pick 6, and G-Money and PB get the locks of the week. So hold on, here we go. And by the way, we got a little beer here. It's called Dirty Girl from East Hampton, Massachusetts, out in the 413. It's got a little kick to it. Not a bad beer, huh?
6.7 ABV.
6.7 for the Dirty Girl. I love it.
Should be 6.9.
Oh! All right, moving right along. Hey, speaking of the ladies, WNBA Game 5 last night. The Mystics won the game on their home court. They grabbed the title. Elena Della Dawn dominated with 3 herniated discs in her back. I don't know how she did it. I had one. I was on my back for like a month. Good for her. All right, speaking of the ladies, Simone Biles once again pulled off the incredible this past week. Now she has 21 international medals, 15 gold. It's the most by far by any woman gymnast. She's 2 behind the man's all-time leader. I believe she'll get that probably in the next 6 months. Awesome for you, Simone. Hey, the Flyers, PB, you get this one?
Yeah.
They established the first ever Rage Room where fans can go in the stadium to the Rage Room and smash
stuff.
Crap if they're upset with the team. It's unbelievable. Is it a good idea?
Yeah, you got to pay to do it, so I mean, it's all about the money and, and the novelty, I guess, of it. Yeah.
Oh man! All right. Hey, by the way, speaking of college, we're going to talk about that momentarily, but the University of Kansas, they hosted Snoop Dogg last week for the annual basketball inauguration practice. Snoop Dogg came out in his best show. Poles, stripper girls, dances, yada yada. And all of a sudden, Kansas is now apologizing for that. PB, what do you expect? It's Snoop Dogg. Did you think he was going to sing Disney songs? Was it going to be Frozen? I don't get it. Good for you, Snoop Dogg. Bless you. All right. Baseball playoffs. This has been unbelievable so far. The Yankees, 100 wins. They beat the Twins, 100 wins in 3 straight games. Then you had the Dodgers losing. They're a 100-win team. I picked them to win the World Series, so I'm done. Sorry about that. They're out. They lost to the Nats, correct?
Yep.
And then you had the 99-win Braves. They lost as well to the Cardinals. And then Tampa Bay took the
Astros to 5 games.
5 games.
Yeah.
Astros is your pick, right?
Astros is my pick.
Are you sticking with it?
And Tampa Bay's they had a 97 win. So I mean, but I'm sticking with the Astros all the way. You kidding me? Yeah, they match up better against the Yankees, I think, than they do against the Rays.
So let me ask you a question: is the winner of the Astros Yankees going to win the World Series?
I would
now that the 2 favorites are gone.
No, because I don't think the Yankees can do it. I don't think they have the pitching staff to do it. So
if they haven't upset the Astros, you think they might lose in the World Series?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, but I'm still sticking with the Astros all the way. Astros in 6 over the Yankees.
All right. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. Those are great series. I mean, 3 of the 4 went to 5 games, right?
Yep.
All right. Hey, college football. Let's get right into it. Yep. Michigan, we thought for sure Michigan was dead, but they came back. They won, what was it, 10-3 against Iowa.
Yep.
Iowa's ranked. They're still ranked at the end of the day. Auburn, your pick to be in the college football playoffs. They lost a tough one to Florida, correct, right? Mm-hmm. Now Florida has to go down to the Bayou. They have to play in the swamps of LSU. I don't know if they're going to win that game. What do you think? We'll talk about that momentarily, but I don't have a good feeling about it.
No, I think Florida's going to struggle. I think they came out with their best game last week against Auburn.
By the way, BC, for the local fans, they lost last week, 41-39. But PB, as you said, Louisville, BC would cover, which they did. I think it was a 6-point spread.
I said Louisville would win, BC would cover.
They did.
That's exactly what happened.
But Adazio still must go. We're done with him. No more Adazio. All right, let's move right along. We get some marquee games this week. PB, let's start right with the Red River rivalry. Oklahoma, and I wear this shirt not for the Cowboys. I wear it for Roy Williams because I don't have an Oklahoma shirt. Fans, if you want to do me a favor, send me an Oklahoma jersey. I'll be happy to take it and wear it. Who do you like in that game, PB? It's a 10.5 spread. Oklahoma's the favorite against Texas. What do you think?
I really think that's going to be another game where, the team wins but doesn't cover. I think that's too many points to give to a power team like Texas. So I think Texas will manage to cover the spread.
I agree with you on that one. Same thing. Oklahoma will win. Texas covers. All right. Number one in the country, Alabama, 16.5-point favorite, going to Texas A&M, the 12th man, as they say, on the field for Texas A&M, 16.5 points. Who do you like there?
That's a big line. I had high hopes for A&M going into the season. They
You
haven't
did?
panned out the way I expect them to. Alabama's a powerhouse. I think Alabama can cover that spread.
All right, I'm with you on that one. USC at number 9, Notre Dame. Everybody disbelieves in Notre Dame. What do you think?
What's the line on that one?
It's 11 points, Notre Dame.
That's a lot of points. I've seen USC play one actual game
You
this
said
year.
that,
and
yes,
It was
the
against
BYU
BYU game. They looked
disaster.
less than impressive. But I also see them as like the Cleveland Browns of college football. They're like up 1 week, down 1 week, up 1 week. I think they can figure out a way to hang in there enough to cover that spread. So I'm going to go with USC in that one.
You got USC covering.
Yeah, Notre Dame will win, but USC will cover.
Ooh, all right. So we have a little disagreement. All right.
Are you taking Notre Dame?
I am.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Fighting Irish. I think they cover at home. If it was at USC, different story. All right. The other marquee game this week, number 10 Florida travels, as we said earlier, down to the swamps of the Bayou against LSU. LSU is a 13.5-point favorite.
13.5. That's too many points for to play a strong team like Florida.
A strong defensive team.
Even though I think they kind of played their asses off last week, and they're probably going to go in and struggle a little bit on the road. But again, I think
2 touchdowns basically.
Yeah, LSU wins the game, but Florida covers.
I'm with you.
That's pretty much my theme tonight, right?
I got you.
Right?
Yes. I'm a little bit short, but I'll still cover. All right. Penn State, 3.5-point favorites. They go to Iowa. I don't know. What do you think? Penn State wins that game?
Iowa couldn't get it out of their own way last week against
Michigan.
Michigan.
What was the score? 10-3, right?
But they're still a good team. And,
they can play defense.
And they're at home. You got to love those home dogs. So I'm gonna take the. I'm going to take the.
You're going to take
Hawkeyes.
Iowa.
I'm going to take the Hawkeyes to cover that spread.
So with the 3.5, they cover.
They could win the game outright, but they'll definitely cover the spread.
Ooh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
You're going the other way?
I am. I'm going Penn State, brother.
So we have two different.
We do. All right. The last one I have for you. I don't know why I picked this, only because at one point in time they were a sweetheart team. Nebraska goes to Minnesota. Nebraska got crushed last week against Ohio State. Minnesota, the row your boat coach there from Central Michigan. It's an 8-point game. I don't think Nebraska is 8-point worse than Minnesota. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm picking Nebraska to cover that on the road, but what do you think?
I think Minnesota covers it. I think Minnesota wins that game, and Gophers take care of business and cover the 8 points.
You like to row your boat then?
Yep.
All right.
Gently down the stream.
All right. Hey, NFL. Before I get into the NFL topics from last week, I got a little DYK for you. Who is the last first-round quarterback to ever beat the Patriots at home?
I think I know. I think this was Mark Sanchez.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
Was it? Is it Mark Sanchez?
Fumble boy? Yes, you're right.
That was a Thanksgiving game, but fumble boy.
It was in
Thanksgiving,
2009. 2009, I think it was week 2, but nice job. All right.
Okay.
Jay Gruden, fired deservedly?
Yes.
All right.
Team's horrible.
By the way, rumor came out that Dwayne Haskins, who's played a little bit, he didn't want him, only the owner wanted him. Apparently, from the rest of the coaching staff, Haskins cannot even call a play or read a defense when he gets into the game. Is this bittersweet by the behalf of the coaching staff?
It could be.
Man. I'm kind of with you. We both were sold on Haskins being a higher pick than he was, right?
In Ohio State, he did good things.
Hey, by the way, Next coach fired. Dan Quinn for the Falcons or Freddie Kitchens from the Browns?
Kitchens.
I'm with you. He should never been hired in the first place, right?
Yeah, he's a joke. There's talent there, but he's a joke.
Oh, my God. You and I could do better than Kitchens, for crying out loud. Hey, Steelers quarterback Mason Rudolph took a brutal hit, knocked out of the game last week. They made it a close game, the Steelers, by the way. They went to overtime. That was ugly. 49ers stayed undefeated. You and G Money picked against them?
Yeah.
Are the 49ers for real?
They could be. Their defense, their no-name defense is looking pretty good at this point, aren't they? And they're beating some decent teams, and they're staying undefeated. We'll see. This week they have a tough matchup. They're on the road against the Rams. So
let me go back to the AFC North for a minute, because I know you're not a big fan of the Ravens. You think the Steelers stink. The Browns are just so-so right now at this point in time. Who the heck wins that? Do they even win 9 games?
The AFC North winner is probably going to be a 9-win team.
Who?
I'm not sold. Obviously, you know how I feel about
team.
You know how I feel about Pittsburgh.
I know.
Baltimore, I'm not sold on. I think Cleveland can still win that division at 9-7. They'll get wasted in the first round of the playoffs, but you know.
Speaking of the other wild card division, the South. Who wants that one?
I like the Colts in that division. I like the Colts.
Big win against the Chiefs. Hey, Josh, how you looking, brother?
Yeah. Well,
big win there, right?
Yeah. The Texans have won the last 3 or 4 years. They've won that division.
Huge matchup this weekend, right? We'll talk about that momentarily. For the Texans.
For the Texans as well, because they're playing at the Chiefs. Right?
Yeah, huge one. Yeah,
that's going to be an interesting. But there's another division that could have a 9-game win and win the division because they're going to beat up on each other.
So let me ask you a question, BB. Since we've mentioned it, did the Chiefs show us some kinks in the armor? Are they not as good as most people think?
I'm still not sold on their defense. Let's put it that way. I'm not sold on defense.
Indy ran all over them, man.
But the offense, I mean, Mahomes is the real deal. I know he didn't throw a touchdown last week.
But can you win games 41-39 every week?
No, that's what's going to happen. They'll be fun to watch. They'll be flashy. But when it comes right down to it, they're gonna. I could see them losing. I actually predicted the NFL playoffs this year that the Colts would beat the Chiefs and not even play the Patriots again in the AFC Championship.
Was that before we heard the announcement about?
This was like before, like way back.
So Jacoby he's playing his ass off, basically.
He is playing his ass off, and he looks good out there.
He does, All right. Hey, by the way, another big game, and I hate to talk about this. I was dwelling on not talking about it at all, but I guess I have to as a sports prognosticator and announcer. Cowboys. They got crushed by the Packers. We both picked them last week, and they did not show up. I mean, the game was only a 10-point game. It was not that close.
You figured they'd bounce back at home after that loss to the Saints, and they couldn't. I mean, Aaron Rodgers went in there. Now he's 4-0 all time in AT&T Stadium. Just waxed them.
Can I ask you a question? Are the Packers that good, or the Cowboys not that good?
I think it's a little bit of a combination of both. I think the Cowboys are not that good.
You had to pick one or the other. What would you pick?
I'm big on the Packers this year. I think their defense is good, so I'm going to say the Packers are that good.
So you think the Packers are for real?
Yep.
All right. So, having said that, Saints, Seahawks, 49ers, and Packers, are they the 4 best teams in the NFC in that order?
Saints, Seahawks. Saints definitely my top team, no question.
All right. Seahawks 49ers, Packers.
I'm not sold on the Seahawks or the 49ers at this point. Packers I am sold on. I'm going to say Saints, Packers. For me, it's Saints, Packers. And the other team I would
Russell Wilson is having an MVP of the year right now.
Yeah, the other team I would put into that equation would be the Minnesota Vikings. I know they're in last place right now, albeit at 3-2.
Yeah, I picked them to win the division.
I think they can. They got a big game this week against Philly at home. If they win that, I have
not a Cousins fan. We're going to talk about that momentarily, but you like Cousins. All right. Hey, by the way, Riverboat Gambler Jerry Jones, is he winning right now? Dak Prescott?
Yeah. He's all over that scene.
Did Dak just go from $35 million down to like 21, 22?
Yep.
His contract should be a Nick Foles deal.
Yeah, he goes on the road, big game against the Saints, loses on Monday Night Football, and then comes back home and can't get past Green Bay. The 2 top teams that I just said in the NFC, you had a chance to beat them both. One on the road, one at home, one without their starting quarterback. And
you weren't in either one of them.
You come up lame. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, all right, Pats. We got to talk Pats. They won convincingly last week against the Redskins. Brady had 300 yards, 3 TDs. Last night, they did another convincing win against the Giants.
35-14.
PB, I got to ask you a question, though, man. Are you impressed by either one of those games?
You know, it's funny we're having this conversation only because
I know.
we're talking about a 27-point win and a 21-point win, and we're like actually trying to complain about it and poke holes in it. The Patriots are freaking dominating the NFL right now. They're winning games by a lot of points. They have all-time historic defense, all-time historic point differential. I mean, why are we complaining?
Speaking of historic, I got to ask you this question. This is a good one. I heard this the other day. DYK for you fans out there. The last time the TB12 was in a home game that the team won that he did not throw a touchdown pass. Any idea?
I wouldn't. A couple of years ago, I don't know.
2008.
11 years ago?
Against the Kansas City Chiefs, the famous knee game.
Oh,
that's a bitter reminder.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Hey, by the way, PB, he did make some history this past week, right? He moved up to number 2
ahead of Manning in all-time regular season yards.
He won't catch Breeze, though.
Yeah, he has more than him, including playoffs, though. So.
He does, yeah, but I mean, unfortunately, Breeze is going to probably play a little longer than him. Maybe. Who knows? The guy's Teflon, right? Yeah. Who knows? All right. Hey.
And didn't he break another record last night with his...
Yes! Now do you say that? DYK fans. Brady became the first guy 42 years or older to do what?
To score 2 rushing touchdowns in a game.
Rushing touchdowns.
Not the oldest quarterback, the oldest player, period.
Oldest player ever. Absolute. John Riggins wasn't even that old, for crying out loud. Oh, my God. Hey, by the way, Ben Watson was cut this week. PB, is that another case of cutting a guy too soon?
Well,
much like Demaryius Thomas.
Given their tight end situation, yeah.
I'm a little concerned, brother. I'm not sure we should enough the other guys out there. By the way, the other crazy thing on the rumor mill coming out this week, Antonio Brown.
Yep. He might come back, right?
Yeah.
Could he? You think that's possible?
I don't know. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about our Survivor football, fantasy football. What do you got for us?
So this week, PB once again at the top. I think 4 or 5 out of the 6 weeks I've won 81.5.
He is the best fake football player fan I ever known in my life.
They're real players. But anyways, you 1 point behind that at 80.5.
I was? Oh my God! I didn't know what I'm doing.
Gary was G Money at 78.5, a couple points behind that,
Money.
And then pulling way up the rear where he belongs. Josh, KC Josh at 56.6 on the year. PB 415, Z 357, G Money 332, and KC Josh at 311.
Are we in trouble when Tyreek Hill comes back though?
Well, KC Josh is going to definitely score some points with. He's got McCaffrey. I mean,
speaking of the devil, we're gonna call him. PBnZsportschaos, can we help you?
It's G Money.
G Money. We're just talking about our fantasy league stuff. All right. So, KC Josh, Tyreek Hill comes back. Is he coming back this week or not?
Well, and he also has Devontae Adams. So Adams.
And Adams is now out.
Yeah.
So he's screwed. He's screwed.
But he's got McCaffrey. And he's got Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's got a solid team, but he's in last place.
Oh, all right. All right. So hey, you're winning the whole thing.
Yep.
Once again, you won again.
I won the week. I'm winning the year.
How many points you winning by?
I am ahead of you. Who you're in second by 58 points.
And Matt Ryan and Julio Jones are not living up to their clippings. All right, pick 6. All 3 of us came in 3-3 last week. Thank you guys. You guys influenced me to change my pick with the Browns and the 49ers, so that saved my butt. Thank you very much. So let's get right into our pick 6 this week. Panthers versus the Bucks in London. G Money, who do you like?
Yeah, when there's a London game, I always take the better team, and the better team is Carolina by a decent margin, in my opinion. I think they win. They win by a decent margin.
All right, PB, what do you think?
I also have Carolina. They've gone 3-0 since an 0-2 start, and that offense is going through like a freaking locomotive with Christian McCaffrey. That guy's unstoppable. And I don't see Tampa Bay slowing them. I mean, the Rams, who have been less than impressive,
very much so,
have scored a ton of points again. So I'm looking for Carolina to score a ton of points in that game.
I like Carolina too. Kyle Allen's rookie of the year right now. All right, Saints at the Jags. G Money.
I'm going with Jags. Minshew for president 2020.
Oh my God! Really?
Hell yeah! I think. I don't know. I think Teddy Bridgewater on the road, I have no confidence in, and I think he's due for a loss.
PB, I know you're picking Saints.
Yeah,
right?
Sam. New Orleans is too talented. Saints all the way.
And I said last week I'll never pick against the Saints after the 2 debacles the weeks before. All right. Seahawks at the Browns. G Money.
I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm sticking with the Browns. I don't know why.
Oh!
I'm with the Browns still.
After the brown in your pants last week, you're still doing that. All right.
Yeah, unfortunately.
PB.
Yeah, Seattle has not lost a game yet on the road this year. Cleveland has not won a game at home this year. But despite all that, I think we see the first win for Cleveland at home in the first.
You're going Brown too.
I'm going to go Browns too, and I think the Browns go up and down, up and down, up and down. Last week was a down for them. I think this week they come back up.
All right, what can Brown do for you? I'm going with Seahawks. I hate to say it. All right, Eagles at the Vikings. This is a big, big game. G Money. Eagles at the Vikings.
I think they're equally talented teams, but I think the differentiator is Minnesota at home. They have a great home field advantage, and they have a great coach, and I think they win this by probably a field goal.
PB?
Yeah, I'm right there with Minnesota too. Undefeated at home this year, and even though they're 3-2, they're in last place. It's a tough division. They got to win this game.
All right, I'm going with the Eagles because I'm getting mad about the Vikings killing me every week. So I'm taking the Eagles just because I hate them.
All right.
All right, Texans at the Chiefs, the other marquee game of the weekend. What do you think, G Money?
I'm going with the upset. I think Texans win outright. I think the Chiefs are too banged up right now.
That's interesting. Tyreek Hill might come back. KC bounces back. They're not the type of team that's going to drop 2 in a row. Mahomes is too competitive. It's back at not back at because they lost at home last week, but they're not going to lose 2 games in a row at home at Arrowhead. They will beat the Texans.
I'm with you, PB. I'm with Chiefs till they lose. All right, G Money. 49ers at the Rams. We got some good games this week. 49ers at the Rams.
The Rams, only because the 49ers are down 2 offensive linemen, and the Rams have a fearsome defensive line, and they're gonna sack Jimmy G, 8 to 10 times. It's gonna be a bloodbath.
PB.
Yeah. I think the Rams do hand the 49ers their first loss of the year. It's going to be a tight, close game though. But I do have the Rams in this one.
I'm with you guys.
Talib's, I think Talib's out though.
Is he really?
And Gurley might not play, so it's not going to be a blowout by any means.
Oh, I might do a double like I did last week when I took the 49ers. I don't know, man. I was all over the Rams. They are my team to get back to the Super Bowl, but not anymore. I'm going to stay with the Rams. All right, I will stay with the Rams. I don't know why I'm doing it. G Money. What is your lock of the week? So fans, G Money is up $3,000 on the season so far with the lock of the week. G Money, how are we going to make money this week? What do you got? PB's got a pick as well. What do you got?
Sure, I'm going to spoil them with 2 again, just because I'm a nice guy and I like to give the audience what they want. So I'm going to give you 2, and one's in college, some different, and one's in NFL.
I love it, the college.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to throw a college lock at you guys. My NFL, I'm sticking with Houston. Houston +4. If they do lose that, which is a possibility, it's going to be a field goal game either way. I think Kansas City's missing a few linemen. They're just banged up. Even if Hill comes back, they're just really banged up right now, and I think Watson can take advantage of that sketchy defense. So I think they either win by a field goal or lose by a field goal, but either way, they cover the 4.
That's a ballsy pick. I don't agree with your thought on that, but okay, I will go with it.
And then my second one is my first lock of the week for college football, and it's Texas getting 10.5. Texas lost to LSU, which is equally as good, if not a little better than Oklahoma, by 7 not too long ago. They're not losing by 10.5. They're going to lose by single digits, and it's 10.5 is crazy.
It's interesting. So Russ and I do our college picks against the spread. And we had that game on the list this week of our 5 games or so, and we both took Texas in that game.
We
too.
did, yeah.
So,
that's a good pick. All right, PB, you got a pick for us. PB, you got a pick.
Yeah, my pick of the week. It's going to go against G Money. Really is. And I'm not going with the Chiefs. It's not against one of his locks. It's against one of his picks.
Oh.
And I just don't think Jacksonville's getting it done. And I'm not on the Minshew mustache bandwagon or anything like that. I'm going to call it.
Mustache.
The mustache. And I think New Orleans is the best team in the NFC. They're the most talented team. Their defense is strong. They got key skill players. I think they go in and right now they're getting a 1.5. So I'll take the 1.5 against Jacksonville with the Saints.
That's a good pick, brother. I think I'm with you on that one. All right, G Money. Thanks for calling in, brother. So next week you're going to be our co-host, right? PB's taking a little time off. You're going to be our co-host. We'll be at a bar someplace, hopefully, right?
And PB will call in.
I look forward to it. I'll set something up.
All right, brother. All right, man. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
All right, thank you. Take care.
All right. Talk to you too. Thanks.
All right, fans. There you go. Another PBnZ Sports Chaos. Another great week. We look forward to talking to you next week, right, brother? All right.
All right.
Have a good one.